Thank you for coming today. I'm going to introduce my research. My research mainly focuses on the young children's development. And how can we support children toward the future? Can you imagine that? Why I focus on the early childhood education in my research? In the future, young children face unexpected situations. For example, climate changes, technology innovations, population change, and different value, for example, the well-beings. So, in 2006, economic researcher Heckman mentioned that the early intervention investment towards the disadvantaged children have much higher returns than later interventions. So early childhood education has been featured in this last 10 years. And also the SDGs also emphasize that the importance of the early childhood interventions. And also, as many of you know, Japanese government have decided to invest money for 3 to 5 years old children to go to preschool and kindergarten for free from October in 2019. But here's my questions. What is the quality of the early childhood educations toward a certain future? In 2018, OECD introduced the learning framework toward the future of the uncertain world. It states that toward a certain future, children need to develop curiosity, imaginations, resilience, and self-regulation skills. So in my study, I focus on the curiosity factor right now. Curiosity has positive effect for learning, memory, and academic achievement, especially for the young children with low socioeconomic status. So how previous studies measures curiosity? In the previous studies, researchers used a questionnaire-based and observation-based method to measure curiosity. For example, play was used to assess epistemic curiosity. Measurements include the amount of the time and the number of the function children touch. So here, I quickly explain the definition about the epistemic curiosity. My research focuses on the epistemic curiosity. And epistemic curiosity is the desire to gain the new knowledge. Berlin categorized this into two factors. One is the diversive curiosity, and the other is specific curiosity. Diversive curiosity includes the new knowledge and the novelty-seeking behavior. And also, Littman categorized that this type of curiosity includes a joy feeling. So then he named it the interest type curiosity. On the other hand, the specific curiosity is aiming to find the answer to solve the specific problem or unknowns. So Littman mentioned that this type includes unpleasant and uncomfortable feelings about uncertainty. So he named it the deprived type curiosity instead of interest type curiosity. So here's my research. This is my research map. And my research question is there any relationships between the amount of the playtime and cognitive development, ages, and curiosity types? So I made a curiosity scale at the beginning and conducted the play experiment and the cognitive test. So here's a video, and which shows the children play with a toy in my experiment. So you can see how children play with this toy. So I'm very interested in what he's thinking during his playing. And currently now, I'm analyzing the playtime data. So today, just I report the, I will just report this part, yeah. To find out the relationship between the children's playtime and the curiosity type, I have started to create a questionnaire-based curiosity scale. So first of all, I recruited 137 participants, like parents who had 3 to 6 years old young children, and they complete the questionnaires in Japanese version we created. So here's the process, but the beginning, I just show the original version, which is the English version, what I used. To create the Japanese version, I used the Piotrowski developed the English version. And this created version has 10 items and 2 factors, which is interest type and developed in curiosity type. In the study, parents answered with the 4 categories, and this shows the result of the analysis means, standard deviation, and internal consistency statistics on this table. And this resulting type, interest type and derived type scale demonstrated acceptable internal consistency. So, and also this shows the interfactor correlation, factor loading, self-report scale of interest type and the derived type were highly correlated. And all factor loading was strong and significant. So I used this original English version and then we translated into Japanese. So I used the Piotrowski created English version scale, and as the first step, 3 native Japanese speakers and fluent in English start to translate English into Japanese first. And the secondary, English native speakers who also speak fluent in Japanese back translated the items into Japanese. And the third, parents and preschool teachers and researchers consider the appropriate expressions. Finally, 137 parents completed this survey. And this is English and Japanese version interest type curiosity questionnaires. And the second, this is English and Japanese version of deprived type curiosity questionnaires. So if you're interested in, please feel free to contact me. And today it's kind of, because of the limited time, I can't show the details. And this here is the results. Here are the mean standard deviation and the relativity induces demonstrated acceptable internal consistency. So, and the Japanese version also the self-report scale of the interest type and the deprived type were correlated. But on the other hand, however, the previous English version shows a more higher correlations. Yeah, and all factor loading was strong and significant. And no significant relationship with the ages, but there are the differences by gender. Boys tend to have more deprived curiosity among young children, but not it didn't see it in the English version. So this is also the differences. So this scale shows acceptable internal consistency, and it will be used to measure the children's 2-factor epistemic curiosity in Japanese in the future. So I will analyze this relationship between the behavior, cognitive ability, and the curiosity scale. And I will also continue this research to find out the caregiver's role to support children's curiosity development. Here's the research references. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for the presentation. So I think we all been kind of intrigued by the video of the playing boy. So could you tell us a little bit more about this curious toy? Why is it designed like that, and what is it designed to measure? Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. And this is the part. It's kind of hard to explain. Sometimes it takes time, so I skip it. So that's a great question. Thank you very much. Okay, here's kind of. This is a model already. Schwartz is already developed in 2017, and then I borrowed this paradigm for my research. And the one box is the children was shown. The one box having the two bars on the pictures, and the children hold the one bar, and the adult, who is the experimenter, hold the one bar, and then they push the bar. Both bars at the same time together. And what's happened is, like here it's a doll, but I use a ball. So when the children and the experimenter push the bar together, the two balls can pop up. So children see two balls at the same time when the bar pushed down. So children didn't know which bars connected to which ball. You get it? And then children's shown the new toy, and which only have the one bar. And then children was told, oh, it's your time, so you can play as much as you can in this 6 minutes. And I took the videotape. So the interesting is in this research, in the previous research said if children shown the uncertain situation, which is children didn't know which buds connected, which balls can pop out. Children also have the curiosity to find out to find out which bar connected to which ball. So this is a mechanism. So it maybe can be support. How can we teach or how can we show the children the situation and to improve their exploratory behavior more? Does it make sense? Yeah. Thank you very much.